Hey guys, how's it going? Just thought I'd do a quick video review here of Transformers Prime RID Knockout. And in vehicle mode, as you can see, he's just a kind of a cool looking sports car. He rolls pretty well. Just give you a quick 360 of him. He's pretty good looking in this mode. He's not, great, but it's if I had to give it a scale of 1 to 10, I guess I'd give this vehicle mode a, 6. It's okay, but it's not stellar. I mean, it could use some more paint apps, maybe some just different coloring in a few spots, but overall, it's pretty decent. I mean, it's a pretty good representation of what he looks like. Anyway, there is one thing I don't understand about the figure, though, and that is he actually has scratches purposely added into his paint on his door. I don't know if you can see that too well on the camera, but that doesn't really match the character at all, because he would have had his buddy Breakdown help him out with buffing that out or painting it or whatever. And it's also, I think, a big shame we never did get Breakdown in the U.S. The only way you could get him was expensive imports, so that kind of sucks. I really wish they had released Voyager Breakdown over here. Anyway, that's enough about that, though. Like I said, pretty good looking figure overall, decent. And you can mount his weapon to him, actually, in vehicle mode, which is kind of cool. And it just kind of pegs in, either side on those holes, and there you go. That's what he looks like with his weapon. And I'll just do a couple of quick size comparisons here. He scales pretty well with Transformers Prime RID Viacon. And I'll get one of his rivals here, which of course is Bulkhead. And he's tad small compared to Bulkhead, but they scale okay, I guess. But yeah, like I said, kind of small next to Bulkhead. That's pretty much going to wrap up his vehicle mode for the moment. I'll be back in a flash trick over robot mode with you. Alright guys, here we have Knockout transformed into his robot mode. And I think, honestly, he looks great in this mode just like he did in his vehicle mode. Now, I know some people find this figure a little bit lacking, but honestly, I like him. I think it's a good rendition of Knockout in robot mode. I do enjoy him. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and just give you a quick 360 of him. And I think he looks fairly good from the sides and from the front. The back is kind of open, which, whatever. I guess just a limitation of what they could do with this mold. But other than that, I think he looks pretty good in robot mode. As you can see, he can easily hold his weapon in 2 hands. But his weapon, of course, does split into 2 pieces. And now he's got 2 weapons. And I guess I would call them... On the show, they emit some sort of electricity, so I guess they're some sort of zap/energy beam weapons. I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to be. Anyway, he's got a decent amount of articulation on him. His feet can, pivot up and down, bends at the knee. Standard stuff at the top of the leg, forward, back, in, out, rotates at the top of the leg. Doesn't have any waist rotation. Now, one interesting thing about him is his robot mode is actually kind of, quote, adjustable as far as the transformation. If you want, you can have kind of his headlight pieces way up there, or if you prefer, this is the look I actually prefer, having them down here. I think that looks a little bit better. Really, it's up to you, however you like to have them, because it doesn't affect any of the articulation or other functionality of the toy in this mode. His head can rotate. It doesn't really look up and down too well because it's kind of on a spring. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. It can look up a little bit and down somewhat, but not a whole lot up and down. He's got a shoulder rotation in and out at the shoulder. He's got rotation there at the top of his arm. He bends at the elbow. Rotates because he's got a couple of joints in the elbow. So there you go. His hand, he's got wrist rotation, forward and back with the wrist a little bit. So he's got a pretty good amount of posability. You know, very good for a figure his size. you can, get him into some pretty good poses without too much hassle. Let's just see what we can do here real quick. And that's just a quick one for you. And honestly, though, overall, like I said, I think he looks really good. Really nice looking figure. And I'll go ahead and just do a few quick size comparisons here. Here he is with RID Viacon and Soundwave. And he scales pretty well with those guys. I mean, like I said, overall, I would recommend picking this figure up. I think it's too bad they never put out a Voyager breakdown in the U.S. It's kind of a shame. But I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you next time.